All right, I'm here with Cape Henry head basketball coach Mark Hall. His Dolphins win it tonight at home over the Green Run Stallions to run their record to 5-1 on the season. Coach, a good little battle you've had. Public-private showdown with Coach Harris a couple years ago. You got him in the Virginia Preps Classic. He got you last year, so you're up 2-1 on him now. How's it feel?
I mean, it's a game. It's a very competitive game. Coach Kenny and I are really good friends. My son went to a school, and I love playing against Green Run, Lansdowne, all the public schools that play really good defense. It helps us prepare for the dogfights down the line in the state competition by us being a private school.
So Devin's got the little bragging rights now with Mark in the household with
a little bit. But we're going to play them again next year at their place, and hopefully we can go up 2 more.
Mark might have something to say about that as well, Coach Harris. Let's talk about Bryson Spellfrey. Really a phenomenal first half. I think he bunched all of his 15 points, 8 rebounds in that half. Also had some blocks and steals, and he got in a zone there where it felt like every time he touched the ball, he was going to score.
Right. In summertime, he put a lot of work in time in the weight room. He did a lot of agility stuff. He said, you're growing to 6'9" now, but what a lot of people don't understand is that, you might not be the banger guy, but now you got some beef on you. You can finish around the rim. You are athletic, but one thing you do great is you shoot the three, and you have an awesome mid-range game. So I said, let's focus on those things and take care of the little things like sliding your feet on defense. We still got some work to do on that. But he's actually, arm span-wise, he's actually getting more blocks now, too, and more. I just need him to squeeze the ball, rebound-wise.
Well, another guy whose game has kind of developed in the past years, Gregg Melvin for you. I think he had 18 rebounds or so a weekend ago against Miller School. Good game tonight with about 13, 14 boards. Just those two guys' length and ability to, the skill set too, inside, outside, I thought gave them some problems.
Right. Gregg is young. He's a sophomore. Has something to prove, has a chip on his shoulder. But I call him the Gentle John. He just got Athlete of the Week here at the school a week ago because he had 31 against, I think it was Norfolk Collegiate. Okay. Then he came back with 17 and 20 rebounds against Miller, okay. and Miller's really, really solid team. It's a good win for us. We just focus in practice all the time. I call him a bulldog as well. He just goes really hard. But I think he was more amped for this because he came from Green Run, and I just told him to relax and play. So he didn't do much in the first half. I think he had 8, and he finished with like 14 or something like that.
Well, a year ago, if I told you Christian Moore, who's a known scorer for another Division I prospect, only had 2 or 3 field goals, I think he finished with 3 field goals, you'd be like, oh, we're in trouble. But he didn't force things tonight and let the other guys get involved and kind of set the table, if you will.
No, I mean, we're trying to make Christian an all-around player. Most guys in the area know him just as a 3-point shooter. We have to, and they put a little pressure on him. He got a little razzle tonight. I sat him down and just said, look, man, relax. It's a game. These kids put one shoe on just like you do, so just relax. And the game will come to you. We love you. Don't be hesitant to shoot your shot because I've seen you run off 12, 13 threes, So we know you have the shot. Just be confident in it.
Take me a little bit behind the scenes of the game plan against them. They came in certainly number 1 in the area, a lot of height, 5-0, and Jake Cooper's a very tough guard to defend. It seemed like you just want to keep throwing bodies and try to wear them down in the fourth quarter. Was that kind of part of the plan? Or?
No, the thing was not get caught up in the rat race. We know Green Run likes to run, and I said we have to control the tempo of the game, even though at some point they started to speed us up, and then there were some turnovers there. So I had to call a quick timeout and get my guard a little different. Then I brought a more physical guard to switch up on him who created a little, problems for him, and the crowd got into it, and he still, little Coop got his thing on, but he still played well. Good kid.
Lastly, a big picture TCS. My goodness, there's so many good teams and players. When you look at Battle at Norfolk Collegiate and Efton Reed at Stewart, and you go down the list, Walsingham's well coached, Nancy Suffolk Academy's on the rise, and you guys are kind of circled as the team, the favorite, and you got most of these guys coming back next year. Kind of give me your thoughts, and what do you tell these guys? Because really, I think that's been the case for a lot of years, going back to when your son Devin was here and Jimmy Page and that crew. What's kind of your, talk with the group about that?
It's always a bullseye on our head, since I've been here, it's like, we got to be Cape, but, I think I've pretty much won 7 or 8 TCIs, regular season titles or championships. And now we're talking about last year we go 10-0 in the conference and lose to Bishop Sullivan. So at any given day, anybody can beat you in the conferences. I think it's a solid conference. Now, and even Norfolk, Nancy Suffolk's really good this year, So one game at a time, game plan ahead for the next team and not take anybody for granted because we played at Norfolk Collegiate up in the church. Christ Church tournament and just kind of came out like, oh, we're going to beat them, and they got us, So we played them at their place this year. I think we will be much more focused.
Well, Dolphins are growing and ready for the holidays. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Appreciate it. You got a big